Thank you everybody for attending. Today we are going to do some tips and tricks for Magnet Collage, but we are going to build on what we've already done a few weeks ago. So this is going to be more of an advanced class. My name is Andy Huntley. I'm the National Scanning Technology Sales Manager. Been doing this about 10 years, give or take, with some kind of positioning experience, being from land surveying, construction, staking, layout, scanning, drones, things like that. Last company I worked for, I was the head of the scanning technology and also did the research and development for technology. Like you can see, we're drones. How can we use them a little bit more in construction, things like that. So my time doing all of this, I've gotten to put my hands on all kinds of different technology, be it robotic toll stations, GPS units, 2D machine control where you're using like lasers, things like that, 3D machine control with GPS, 3D laser scanning, drones. So all the fun tools and toys that we use almost every day. Today, like I said, we are going to talk about collage, but we're going a little more deeper into it. We're going to show some of the features that basically helps make a collage a little more powerful. The first session we did with collage, we talked about how we can get in, do a couple of things, and then get out of collage so that we can allow the end users to have their own native environment. Well, today we're going to talk about how can we take our point clouds that we brought in from any of our TopCon scanners and start making different exhibits out of it. So we're going to look into model projects now. If you're not familiar with the model projects, basically it's where we can start meshing together multiple different point cloud data. Also, we're going to look at taking what we call a structured scan when you have individual scan stations and make it a unified scan cloud or a point cloud. Several softwares, instead of having individual point clouds, they rather have it one large one, and we'll go show you guys how to do that. The next big thing are 10 surfaces. Survey guys would love this because right out of the get-go with the scan data, they can go ahead and start creating these surface files and help speed up their drafting time in the office. Next one is also the contour mapping. Contour mappings on this one, you guys will see we can do it. Is it my favorite approach to doing it? No, but is it quick and down and dirty? Yes. So that's why I want to show you guys, since this is all tips and tricks. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into collage. What you guys see here on collage is a project that a concrete contractor let me borrow. And what they are wanting to do, or what they did, is they scanned this section of paving between two buildings. There's a huge tilt wall warehouse building here. And then if you can see all the points, this is right off of their Magnet layout software. So I got all of their staking points that they've got to stake in my point cloud. I can easily turn those off so you don't see them. Makes it a little cleaner. So all I see is my point cloud. And just like I said earlier, this is a tilt wall warehouse. Let's turn on images. Bunch of loading docks. So what we see here is this scanning technician. He went in and he set up 5 times. And he tried to get somewhere by the inlet, but also somewhere where he can capture the most amount of data per setup. So as you see here, let's increase our density so that you can see as much points as possible. He's got good overlappage of his scans, and he goes all the way down. Okay. So the first thing we want to do right now is create a model project. Well, like I said, to explain what a model project is, it's where we bring different data types in. If they're all on the same coordinate system, we can drop them in. So if I had scan data like this, I'd bring it in. If I had a drone that was producing point clouds with our CompuCapture software, it would bring those in right here, and I can start layering more sensor data in to the project versus having all of these other clouds all over the place and then I have to go somewhere else. I can do it right here. So let's create a model project. Well, when I go in, I click up here and I'm going to go create a new, or I'm going to right click on my workspace project name. And I'm going to go create a new model project. A dialog box will pop up. We need to place where we want all of our data to go. So I'm going to hit choose. I am a creature of habit. I like to keep all my data into one project folder versus things all over the place. So I'm going to go right in and access this one folder. And then from here, I'm going to create a new folder. And you have to, here's the biggest tip because it will air out on you. You have to create a new folder every time you want to use a model project. The reason being is it's going to populate several different folders inside it for your data to go to. So if you're trying to put all your data into an existing folder, it's going to tell you it can't be done. So what like I said, I'm a creature of habit. I have my main folder, which is the project, and then I have another folder right under it, like you see right here where it says scan data or SD data. That's my SD card. That's all my point cloud data. So I'll put that there. And then for this one, we'll just do model project. Click, select folder. And then instead of doing geodesic, automatically switch it to user defined. That's another tip. If you do geodetic, it'll start airing out in different areas. Like if you want to do a 10 surface here in a little bit, it'll say, hey, you have an error because of this, that ED, the ECEF. All you have to do right here in the very get-go, turn that off and hit OK. So as soon as I did that, it created basically what you see up here. All my primitives are here. Plus I have volumes I can do. DEMs, tins, contours, profiles, sections, alignments, all of these different things that we can do. Now, a lot of those extra stuff that you see, the sections and alignments, things like that, those are going to more relate to our smooth ride technology, where we take an RDM1 and scan highways at highway speeds. That's where you will see a lot of those point clouds going into it. For our traditional laser scanning, you set it up on a tripod, you typically would not see those in the sections and things like that. All right, so we have all of this going in. We've got our new model. Let's go ahead and bring our data over. But before I can bring my data over, I need to highlight what data do I really want to bring over. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to just grab this parking lot. I don't need the tilt walls. I just want that parking lot. Turn it all purple. Once it's purple, come in, right click, and create cloud. And you right click on the create new model. So what it's doing is it's copying the point cloud from up here, and it's pulling it and pasting it right into our model. As soon as it does that, it's going to ask you, do we want, or you need to reprocess this point cloud. So just hit start. As you notice on the taskbar, it is now processing the point cloud. So I hit close. And what it's doing is it's taking these 5 scan stations and making it into one uniformed point cloud. So let's turn off those 5 scan stations. And as you see, I have one unified point cloud now. So that's the first 2 things. Now, let's create a surface. So I go in and I'm just going to create a selection block box. And let's see if we can add a little bit more. Look. There's some trash and stuff right there on this south side. All right. So I have my points all picked out. So I'm going to come up to tools, and you notice now I have my surfaces all populated. If I'm up here with the blue scanner icon, my surfaces disappear. I can't access them. These only turn on with the models. So I have the purple selected points. Let's create our 10 file. So all I clicked on was 10, and now a dialog box popped up. What distance spacings do you want your ground samples to be? I'm going to do a foot because this is a loading dock. This is a really wide section of paving. So a foot is plenty accurate enough for me. And I'm going to hit start. As you see on the task bar, it is processing through. And there's our surface file. So if pink is really not your color, you can always right click and you can change the colors need to be. We'll stick with the green. That looks decent enough. Close my properties window. And let's now zoom in and see the surface file. As you see right here, we start getting the stairs that go in to the building. So I have all of those. And then you've got some extra noisy stuff in here. Those unfortunately will be brought in. The only way to get it fixed is if you go in and you clean out your point clouds like I showed in the last video for collage. You just have to go in and delete out the random noise data that are up high. So like either trash that's flying across the job site that the scanner catches, things like that. But for this, we're going to leave it in because it makes the contour maps or the 10 surface look more dynamic. Since this is a parking lot, there's not a lot of grade changes except for by the inlets and at the high peaks, which you can easily start seeing the ripple effects from it. So if, let's just say I have this paving done, but I know I'm having issues with this setup here, and I only want to see data, a surface file for this area. What I can do at this point is come in here. I can draw a polygon box. When I'm done, after I have my polygon box, I right click on it and apply as a border. So if I ever want to change the shape of my tin file, all I have to do is create a new border line. Choose your tin surface. Well, my tin that I just created that's green is 10000. We're working with 10000. Hit OK. And I can also insert break lines as well. So if I had multiple lines through here, I could have my break lines. So I'm going to hit OK. Now you notice my tin surface has been completely shrunk to just this plane. Another thing you can do, let's turn on our point cloud. And let's turn off our tin. Let's create a polyline right through one of these. And when I do polyline, I can slice my scan to that polyline. What this allows me to see is my cross sections of the surface, and it also allows me to see my profile. I can widen this guy up, and let's just do a 1 foot cross section, and then I can go and move it station to station. And as you guys are noticing, let me bring it straight down. It's showing me what does my paving look like. So if I had a lot of grade changes and things, I would be able to cross section it and see it all the way across. Let's do long ways. Let's go, like I said, long ways. One foot cross section. We're going to expand it. Raise the roof up a little bit. And let's just move across. So as you see, on every 3.3 feet, or 3.28 feet, it's giving me a new cross section. So if I want to do 15 feet, every 15 feet, I have a new cross section. This is really great feature if you're wanting to check out like a highway, or for this case, a parking lot, and you're wanting to see how does the parking lot drain, different things like that. You can zoom in and start seeing exactly that 1 foot. And you're only working with this 1 foot swath of points. So you can go in and draw more contour or another polyline to match this, and then export those polylines like we did last time right into Autodesk. So enough with those. And we'll go ahead and turn these guys off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rerun my 10 surface. I'm going to create another 10 surface real quick. All right, we're all complete. I'm going to turn my clouds off so we only see the 10 surface. Next thing I want to show, like I said, the down and dirty contour maps. So simply click on the contour. It's going to ask what surface do you want to use. I have my 10 surface. I can pick my extremities. Let's go ahead and dial this down to like 95. So we're only about a 10-foot span. And my intervals, let's do half foot, so 6-inch intervals. And then I'm going to hit OK. So what it's going to do is it's going to create a contour map that I can turn around and export as a DWG. All right. So let's come to view swap. So let's turn off our 10 surface. So like I said, it's a down and dirty exhibit. That's why I personally like the Rhythm software, because we can clean it up a little more and get rid of these higher points quicker and easier. But if I didn't have time to go through that workflow, I can create this contour map real quick. Here's all your elevations. When I hit click on it, you see where those points are. And just like I said earlier, we can export this. So I'm gonna, well, I say we can. Come in, and I'm gonna export my cross sections. And I like to keep all my data in the same place. Come to model, since we're working in the models. New folder. And as you notice, a DWG, a DXF, or the Esri shapefile. For those that don't know what the Esri shape is, that's GIS files. So if I wanted to go and put my point clouds for GIS, I can easily do it. But we're going to do DWG, hit save, keep everything as what the rest of the project is, US feet, unregistered, perfect. Hit OK. And it's done. we'll go pull up that project, model, export, and here's my DWG file. There's my contours. So this DWG, it's not the prettiest, but it can work. We can put it right into our magnet field layout software, and you can take any of our TopCon robotic toll stations and quickly go out and shoot those elevations. What's really beneficial about that is, like, if you're using the GTL 1000, you can go scan time of placement on concrete. So right when they poured it out of the pump trucks and the placement boom, they raked it in, scan real quick, create this contour, and you can actually see where your highs and your lows are. Do we want to save anything? Nope, we're good. So, like I said, these are just some of the extra powerful tools that we can offer. And the tins are the exact same way. We can export the tins as a DWG or DXF. So if I wanted to, I can easily throw these in to our system as well and start spot checking elevations as well. Any questions?
Andy, this is Julio. I put a question up on the board. If the scan data that you have there, was that from a GTL or from a GLS?
That scan data was actually from a GTL. So that's one of the big powerful tools with the GTL is I can tie into an existing project like what they did, and they were able to use building corners so that their point clouds dropped right on top. Any other questions?
Are you saying that they resected in with the building corners?
Yeah, so they resected in to create those control points. And then once they established 2 control points, then they were able to go, or once they established the 1 control point from a resection, they shot all the way across, set up a known point all the way across, and then shot different setups where they were going to want to be set. Basically put your prism pole at the far end and just work your way to your prism pole.
So they put that baseline in based on the 2 building corners.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Because we'll go back in. Let's turn the points on. If you guys can see all the little tiny points, they had several points to work from. Any other questions? All right, everybody, thank you for your time today. We will be posting this video onto our YouTube channel that we've been posting things to. As you guys can see here, we've already got several of the past week's videos posted. Yes, Shaq?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. As you guys see here, we've got several other videos already posted into this channel so that you can easily go back anytime you want and refresh over it, just like the previous collage video, which is right there. And if you ever have any other questions, please always feel free to reach out to any of your TopCon representatives. We'll be more than glad to assist you. And with that, thank you everybody for your time and have a good day.
Have a good weekend, Andy.
You
Thank
too.
you, Andy. Good job.
Thank you.
Thanks,